everyone. So we're just gonna get into this new collection I just purchased. I took out some of the more valuable cards, just so I could show you these at first, just so if you're more interested in these kind of cards, you could check these out first. But there's also a lot of really cool cards within the binder as well. And I really liked this binder because it was just so diverse. I've purchased a few collections lately that have a lot of XY era and up cards, so I was really looking for a binder that had some of the Level X, EX Holos, and Black and White era cards. And that's really what this binder gave me. So it was a really nice binder. First off, we got this Gold Star Flareon, and I've talked about these low grade Gold Stars. I think these are actually a good investment to send in to PSA. These are getting in a higher demand, and you can find these at under market prices because people are just looking for the high grades. But having these cards and at least maybe like a PSA 5 even grade, just so there's nothing that like takes away from the artwork, is still a valuable collectible, and still has a nice worth to it to justify the cost and time of grading. And these black and white era shiny cards I think are really awesome. I think these haven't been completely realized yet, but I think that'll probably change pretty shortly. This card already right now is about a $100 card, and that's just in a near mint ungraded form. And it's another shiny set that was released in the black and white era. This is from the first black and white set, the Secret Rare Pikachu, and there's a couple other of these secret rares from the black and white. I actually have almost all of them right now. They're all at PSA, and when I get them back, I will show them on this channel. And here's another secret rare from the black and white, Meowth. There's also another, speaking of more shinies, and I really like collecting shinies. These are always going to have a high demand, and these are from the Call of Legends era, and they're also shinies, and they were all in one set. This makes this set a really good product to invest in sealed product, Call of Legends. So really cool little subset of shiny cards, and there's more shiny cards in that set as well. Also in this collection were some EX cards, and they're all kind of in the excellent to light play condition, but these are extremely high demand right now. They're the logical next step for collectors that have kind of ventured past Wizards of the Coast era cards, and they have the notable bubble hollow borders that makes them look really nice. So they had quite a few of these. In addition, this had a pretty nice selection of Level X cards, which are really coming into their own. Probably within, I would say, the past month or two, these really got realized, and there is a large amount of collectors now collecting these, and I think they're probably the same collectors that started finding out and delving into the EX sets, and now the next logical step after that is to start collecting the Level X cards. And these also have the hollow borders. They got pretty nice artwork with kind of this 3D look of the Pokemon are always kind of coming out of the card is the theme with these. You see he's like kicking right through it. He's swimming through the card. There's the Charizard, Gengar. And these are nice Level X cards. They're definitely the more desirable. That Salamence, the Gengar, the Charizard, those are all some of the more desirable Level X cards among the Level X. And the thing about the Level X cards is there's not that many of them. They didn't release that many per set, so it makes the individual Level X cards that much more desirable and rare. Here's the Expedition Cloyster. We got other Wizards of the Coast era cards with their unique look. Also, some Prime cards, and these are some of the more valuable Prime cards, especially the Espeons and Umbreon, as well as the Mew. And these cards here, I really like the Dark Explorer. I think the Full Art Dark Explorer cards did an excellent job. These were kind of the beginning of full art cards, and I think it was a total nod to the collectors, for the people that really appreciated the artwork and wanted a card that really emphasized the artwork. And they did an excellent job with that. They have the textured holo patterns. Next, Destinies. And then also more shinies in the Platinum era. These were thrown in different sets. There was just a few per set. They have their own unique set spanning throughout the sets. And they have the SH logo at the bottom. Here's just Bagon and Shinx. Here's a secret rare from Supreme Victors. And then also just a couple Delta Species cards. This is one of my favorite Gyarados artworks. Dragonite. Here's a Charizard. Special Pokemon. Galactic. And there's a lot of these cracked ice holo cards. And this one I thought was just a really kind of more unique, not as common or popularly known artwork of Rayquaza from the Heart Gold, Soul Silver era. Here is a Pop Series 5 Delta Species Mew, and this is the same set that the Gold Star Umbreon and Espeon were in, so it just kind of increases the value, and it also has a pretty good holo bleed on it. And speaking of holo bleed, you can see this one's got the holo all over it. Looks really nice. And that's another way to collect cards as well. I've talked about the different ways to collect Pokemon cards, and there's all kinds of ways. Holo bleeds is another subset of collections, shinies. So there's definitely many ways. Maybe I'll do a video on all the different subsets and ways that people collect Pokemon cards. So now I'll just get into the binder. If you want to check these out with me as well. This first page just has a lot of these legend cards, which I think have pretty legendary artwork. It's something totally unique to this era. Hadn't been done since, and it hasn't been done since. Where here we have all three of the legendary dogs, but it's actually two different cards. But it looks pretty cool like that, though, right? But we do have the Dialga and Palkia up here, making one card together. It's a pretty cool card. Very cool idea. And it's very hyper-realistic artwork, especially on this Lugia. Unfortunately, it's only the bottom I got on this one, but the artwork is really realistic and mature. These alpha lithographs are secret rares, and they're $10 to $15 cards. There's that top of Lugia's again. Some kind of just bulk kind of cards in here as well. But I really like this binder because even among these cards that may be kind of like bulk looking, there's a lot of really interesting artworks, and you'll see. And there's also cards like this, which are in high demand for collectors. The people want to have these full, complete reverse holo sets in the EX series. They look really great to see, having all your cards holo with the nice logo of the set stamp on it. I have a video of the complete Dragon Frontier set if you want to check it out. That's one of my favorite EX series sets. And here we just have some more kind of bulk kind of cards. Nothing super special, but that will change. Here's a Level X. This is just one of the promo Level X cards. Over here, see, these are the kind of cards that I liked in this set, because these are kind of less known, less popular, not as in demand, but for people, there's a low level of commitment to purchase these cards, and they have nice artwork. And for people that are collecting certain Pokemon like Venusaur, for example, it's going to be a card that someone's going to want to pick up. So I like having cards like that in my store, specifically for collectors like that. We have these, the Blaziken FB Frontier Brain, Another kind of unique, not as popular Blaziken Holo here. This card right here, here's another good example. I mean, this is probably an $8 or $9 card. It's from, I think, Undaunted or Unleashed, Heart Gold, Soul Silver era. You can tell with the borders have that kind of yellow fade. And that just speaks to how each set does have their own unique feel. And they did a really good job of differentiating the sets in that way. There's a lot of these cracked ice holos, which is another way to collect cards, another kind of subset of collecting. And I think it would look really cool to have a binder full of these theme deck exclusives. Here's one of the Legendary Dog Heart Gold Soul Silver promos. Kind of looks similar to the Call of Legend Holo Shinies. There's EX Deoxys Reverse Holo. There's going to be someone trying to collect that set as well in Reverse Holo. There's a Level X Heatran, Diamond and Pearl promo. Here we got some unique Arcanine artworks, and this is another kind of card that I'm sure someone will see. There's a lot of Arcanine collectors out there, and when they see this card, it's a rare holo from an older set. It's got a nice artwork, and it's going to have a low commitment to buy, $4 or $5. And there will definitely be someone looking. Same with these Flareons. Ton of evolution collectors, and this is another. And so these are the kind of cards that there's going to be a lot of collectors out there that haven't even seen these artworks. Like for example, this one. It's just not as popular, and for people that are collecting complete evolution card sets, that's going to be an essential card for the collection. Same with these Pop series. There's a Dragon Frontiers Holo. EX Holo, Full Art Kyogres, Power Keepers. This Politoed is actually a pretty popular card. There's a lot of Politoed collectors, cute Pokemon, and that'll probably be a $5 card. So the binders like this are good for investing in to purchase individually, because it's like these cards aren't just bulk, like $1 or $2 cards that are, it's hard to sell a $1 or $2 card on eBay because of the shipping fee, 50 cents plus all the other fees. You really don't come out with much. But these are actually cards that are going to go for $3, $4, or $5. And since they're so uncommon and kind of overshadowed by the full arts and EXs and all that, there's going to be people looking for these. These are interesting cards, and like I said, it's a low level commitment to purchase them, only $4 or $5. So they add up in the end, and it ends up becoming a really nice collection to sell individually. Again, these Gyarados, they're just more kind of obscure cards within the Pokemon sets. They're not super crazy flashy. It's not like a Gold Star Gyarados, but nonetheless, it's a special Pokemon. It's the Reverse Holo. It's kind of in a middle of the pack set. So they just don't get as much exposure as those big cards. Same with this one. I mean, I actually haven't even seen this card before. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Another evolution, a couple evolutions, and they're holo. This one's a non-holo. And then, of course, you always got your just standard EX cards. Those are good for deck building a lot as well. Only a few bucks. Here's another Heart Gold Soul Silver promo looking like the Call of Legends holos. Some Dialgas. Again, these are those type of cards again that are just kind of overshadowed by a lot of the other cards, but still are very collectible and aren't just $1 or $2 cards. So these cards are good cards to look for in collections alongside kind of the other high ticket cards as well, of course. There's a level X Dialga too. So I was really excited to buy this collection. There's some really great cards in it. A lot of cards I haven't even seen, actually. Like, I've never owned this Metagross. These rare holos and these kind of platinum, diamond, pearl era sets are just not, you just don't see them as much. They just, and also because they just don't pop out as much. There's a nice Cobalion. These cards, see, I mean, and of course there are cards in collections that are not really worth selling, and that would be something like this Kling Kling. It's new enough and not a very popular Pokemon to the point that I won't sell it individually. I'll just throw it in some big lot and sell it for real cheap. Probably end up getting a couple cents for it. This is a nice EX Deoxys Holo Jirachi. There's another Platinum Era Reverse Holo Jirachi. Unique variations of Jirachi. So that was the kind of theme of this set. That's what I was going for. Is there's a lot of these just obscure artworks of more popular Pokemon though. So they're not just any Pokemon. They're the Rayquazas, the Dialgas, and Pokemon like that people are, or Dragonite or Lugia. You know, they're the kind of Pokemon that people do want, but they're not the big flashy ones that are, you know, $30 for the card. They're affordable. They have really nice artwork with them. Like, look at this Clefable Holo, another popular Pokemon. So it's a good way to have, you know, to invest a lower amount, but you're going to have a high turnover rate. They're not just going to, and you know, they're not going to sit in the store forever. This is pretty cool. It's a full Holo Bleed cracked ice holo, which is pretty cool. They're not just going to sit in the store forever, because that's one thing to consider too, is that if a card takes 3 months plus to sell, it ends up not being a very good investment, because it costs money to keep them up, and you need to have money coming in and out consistently to be able to keep the business going, because you have to be able to have enough return on your card so that you can continually buy new product. Here's a very nice Groudon from the Heart Gold Soul Series, Soul Silver era. It's got a little bit of problems with the condition, but that's fine. It's still a card that'll sell. It'll just have to be reduced in price. There's some more full art holos. Here are these two. This little set of Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee are both Theme Deck exclusive cracked ice holos. Those will sell in a little lot together. There's some kind of bulky stuff. These Zekroms are kind of bulk cards. Full art Landorus. A lot of black and white. I mean, black and white, I like having that right now, because since the EX series have become really realized, the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum have become realized, I think the black and white is going to be the next set that starts seeing increase in price. And there's the other Heart Gold Soul Silver card in that set. So I'll sell all three of those together, the Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. And that'll make a nice little lot. There's Power Keepers Magneton, Frost Rotom Secret Rare. So yeah, this is a nice binder. It's the kind of Pokemon that you want to see even in these just standard rare holos. I thought these Zoroarks, I've never owned this Zoroark before, and I think Zoroark's a really cool Pokemon. And here's the Theme Deck exclusive with the moon and behind him. It kind of reminds me of the Umbreon from Neo Discovery. And then I was really happy to see some EX Team Rocket returns. This Dark Gyarados is one of my favorite Gyarados artworks. Got some Tyrannotars. There is some more Team Rocket returns in this set. Some Salamances, Garchomp, we got Dragon types. This Deoxys Holo Phantoms Reverse Holos, pretty nice card, $8-9. And then here's a couple more of those Team Rocket, EX Team Rocket returns, and that one happens to be the Holo. And there's some more level X cards. Salamence Holo. So yeah, really great cards in this collection. I'm really excited to have them listed in my store. It actually allowed me to see a lot of cards for the first time myself, and I mean, I'm constantly seeing cards. I'm constantly buying collections, and this binder allowed me to see some cards I hadn't seen yet. You know, mostly just the rare Holo cards and rare non-Holo. So we're getting to the end here. There's a Dusknoir level X. It's a nice one. Darkrai is one of my favorite ghost type, dark type Pokemon. I like this one a lot too. That's probably one of my favorite artworks. My other favorite one would probably be the Darkrai Cresselia Legend. That one's got a really unique, different look to Darkrai. And this Absol level X is a pretty popular one. It's got a pretty decent price tag, above $10 or around $10 on it. Some Deoxys. And there's different forms. And there it is. There's a nice Mew as well. So yeah, that is my most recent collection. All of these cards, as usual, will be listed on my eBay store. My Man Justin is my username on eBay. The store is called My Man Justin's Collectible Emporium. I'll be listing them throughout this week. If you have a collection that you would be interested in selling, I do offer competitive prices. I always, make sure that all my customers are happy with the transaction. I'm not in the business of ripping people off because I have a reputation that I want to maintain, and I want to do this for a long time, and I want to make connections and make relationships with people so that I can do this for a long time to come. So if you are interested, just maybe leave a comment, or also you can message me on eBay directly, or you can message me on Instagram at mymanjustins_collectibles. And we can talk and see what you have. You can send me pictures, and I can tell you kind of what I could pay. And of course, obviously, I'm going to have to charge a rate that compensates me for my time and my store, which has the following that it does, and all the things that go in with selling, all the fees and stuff. But it's a good way for people to cash out, especially for cards that they don't want anymore. If you have like a collection that you wouldn't mind parting with. So yeah, just let me know. I hope you saw some cards that you hadn't seen before as well that you would like to add to your collections. And if so, check out my store at user MyManJustin, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.